Ducks in shot, brilliant. Could just stuck his head. It just stuck his head in. Yeah. So Neil, so you travel west 5 hours?
Yeah, it was a long old trek down. Probably took a bit longer than that in the end, but you know, we didn't try to break a neck getting down here. Just a leisurely pace, and yeah, nice to finally arrive. Sort of a week ago now.
Yeah, stop a couple of times.
We did, yeah. We had to stop a bit of breakfast. Can't beat a McDonald's breakfast now. We're allowed to have them again.
Yeah. All good. So how have you found Devon?
Yeah, mate, we've all loved it. I mean, it's nice to be able to come somewhere, for me as well, somewhere that gives the kids a bit of freedom. They're at an age now where they can not go off too far on their own, but you're in a nice park. Everything feels very secure. They could nip down to the park. It wasn't too far from the lodge that we were in. But more importantly for me, there was lakes on site. And I know it sounds a bit selfish, yeah. But I've been good. I've not been fishing I've been fishing most days, but I wanted to try, and I've caught fish out of most lakes while we've been here, but it's the sort of the little carp pool that's got the bigger fish in that I wanted to try and crack.
Yeah.
Now, rather than spending days on time trying to catch them, I was just getting up really early. I was out of the lodge by 4:45 most mornings, and in the swim and fishing by 5. I had everything ready. I had solid PVA bags ready to go. I knew the swim I was fishing, so I could just get down, flick some rigs out, normally get a bite before having to pack away. I was reeling in at 7:30 at the latest to be back to the lodge for anyone else that almost didn't know that I'd been anywhere, you know. So it fits it all in nicely because it is a family holiday, and I do fish a lot.
Yeah.
So if I'd have just come here and fished all day every day, it wouldn't have gone down too well.
So you've done those short little sessions early in the morning, a couple in the evening, and that's
it.
Got your fishing fix.
Yep. What more can you ask for? Caught a few up to just under mid-double. You know, I wasn't realistic. I wasn't coming here to break a PB.
Yeah.
Coming here to enjoy fishing whilst being with my family. My brother-in-law was coming down in the mornings with me as well. But I've got to say, my favourite fishing was when we were fishing with the whips. I was only small, but I caught a little beautiful golden rudd one evening. And then when we got the kids involved and my in-laws and my wife, seeing them catching carp, little carp on the whip, the elastic pinging out, because they're all,
yeah.
I'd said to them, when we're coming down here, you're all doing a bit of fishing, every single one of you. And my nephew and niece, they'd done a little bit with me before, just, you know, catching a few little roach and rudd, fishing with maggots. But when I knew coming here on the tench pool, there'd be more chance of tench, of little carp on the little lake next door, I said to him, it's a different thing. When you hook into something that pulls back, I said, you'll get it. And my sister-in-law in particular, you couldn't get her off the whip. She was on it virtually the whole evening. She was brilliant. She had tench, carp.
Pick of the Spoons family, she's probably the top fisherman.
Yeah, she was. I'd agree, and her husband will love hearing that. That would be brilliant. But yeah, you know, they all caught. Craig was really unlucky. He kept hooking them and losing them, missing his bites, but he eventually landed a carp as well. His son, I mean, Chase, he was catching loads.
Yeah.
And my little boy, rather than the carp, he sat with you, didn't he, on the tench lake? He was really wanted to catch a crucian. But a bit like me, you know, when you're given a fixed time, we were like, right, we were meant to leave at about 6:30, and we're still fishing at 7:30. And we said 8 o'clock, that's your cut-off point. We've got to go. And as I'm packing bits away, I just see it. It was 8:05. I just saw the elastic out of his pole, and he was playing something.
One last cast.
One last cast, exactly. Yeah. Weren't the crucian he would have loved, but it was his first ever tench, so he was well chuffed. It was brilliant.
Brilliant. It was great to include everybody in it and have that evening. I got a lot of enjoyment out of that evening.
Good. Well, yeah. I mean, and thanks for your help, mate, because me doing all that on my own would have been a nightmare. Yeah. Having another capable angler with us makes a big difference, you know.
Yeah, definitely a lovely thing to do. So, outside of the fishing, so you get your little short sessions in and that, like, so you could stayed in one of our new lodges and that. Yeah. So how did you find that?
Amazing. We've done a lot of holidays like this in the UK where we stay in one of the really nice caravans normally. We've never stayed in one of the lodges, so we thought we'd give it a go this time. And they spoil us a bit. We probably don't want to do anything else now. Lovely views, hot tub in the evening with a glass of drink. It just made it extra special, you know. Bit of a walk up the hill, but it's good exercise, you know, walking up and down there. Yeah, really nice, mate, beautiful. And
I guess that played a little bit in your fishing as well, so you travel really light, just took a little bit of gear down each time.
I knew I didn't need to bring much. I didn't even bring my own carp rods. My eldest, Connor, has got a couple of 9 foot 2 3/4 with little bait runners on, so I just used a pair of them. Didn't even use bite alarms most of the time, just laying them on the deck, little stone on the spool. Obviously the monkey was still sat there. Yeah, and literally I had a little carry-all which had a few different goos in, had some pre-tied solid bags that I was doing. I'd get down in the morning, flick a couple of rods out, and the rigs that were coming back off, I was putting them back into bags. So I always had rods ready to go.
Yeah.
Because it's important when you've only got 2 or 3 hours, you don't want to be sitting there for for half an hour even, getting ready to cast out. I wanted to get down here, loop a new one on, and it's fishing. And if you do get one, I was often unhooking it in the net, getting another one ready, and it's straight back out again before you've done anything. That way you're making the absolute most of your time.
And that little solid bag rig that you were using, you did a little post for us where that's out there in there that people can look it up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? Because before this trip, I was away doing some filming for Masterclass, and I was using the ready tied rigs as well. So I literally had a PVA, a lead core PVA leader, a short one designed for PVA bag fishing, a 3 ounce inline lead, and one of our ready tied rigs. So I wasn't actually tying rigs either. I was really lazy, but it's all you need sometimes.
It's holiday now.
Yeah, exactly. Little hook bait, tiny hook bait, little wafter. And once you've got it out there, you've got a little pile of pellet, and there's only really one bit of food with any substance to it. It's only your hook bait.
Yeah.
So they come in. All right, you catch the odd bream, the odd tench maybe, but who cares? It doesn't really matter, does it?
So all the family here and that highlights of this week?
Yeah, well, we've had quite a bit to celebrate this week. It was mine and my wife's 14-year wedding anniversary. It was my in-laws, I think it was their 13th wedding anniversary, and it was my little girl's 9th birthday. So yeah, we went out for a nice meal up at Amelia's, had a nice meal in there one night. We went to Creally's theme park yesterday for Emily's birthday. It's only about half an hour away. Even, I mean, my kids are all, and my niece and nephew all love swimming. So we've been in the outdoor pool, the indoor pool. We've given them a good going over as well. And like I say, just to relax. We didn't feel like we were in a hurry to do anything. I think that's one of the nicest things to take away.
Devon time.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a long time. I mean, I've been down to Devon and Cornwall before, but not for many years. It's lovely.
Good. So one of the things I want to say thank you for is, like, obviously we've got lots of other guests on site, and with your success through Monster Carp, a bit of a known face, certainly in the fishing world and that sort of thing. All the guests, you've done all the selfies, and thank you very much for taking time out.
Oh, not
to spend a bit of time with the guests and all that.
Listen, look, we're really fortunate to get to do what we do, and we know that. All of us, we get to, even if it's not Monster Carp, we're filming Thinking Tackle, we're doing Masterclass, we're living the carp angler's dream. There's no two ways. But it adds a bit of pressure when there's cameras around, but when you see that finished product and people are watching that, and if they see you on the TV and they feel that you're you can be approached, you're approachable, and they want to come and talk to you, that ticks every box for us. So it's a bit weird at the minute having to try and do a sort of social distancing selfie, but it doesn't matter, does it? We can still chat like we are now. We're a metre apart, we can still have a chat, and that's what I've been doing with as many people as I can. Also, my monkey made an appearance. He did, yeah.
Had a few photographs himself.
Yeah, he did.
Celebrity all of his own.
He is, yeah. It's mad. I mean, he's older than my children. I've had him over 13 years. But he's going off to the repair shop soon. Yeah. He needs touching up. He's not in a good way.
Yes. And is the rumours true that next season is Strictly? If you want
Strictly don't come dancing,
Strictly
maybe.
Don't come dancing. Not a dancer then, yeah.
Well, I've got some moves, but they're not ready for the TV.
Right. And we got we got a mutual friend in the tackle trade who once told me that he was the nicest man in fishing. He's definitely not, is he? But who would you say is the nicest man in fishing? By yourself, of course.
Nicest man in fishing that I've ever met. Oh, blimey, there's so many. One of my favourites. We've known each other for a lot of years. We've never worked together, but he's not from Corder, he's not from Guru. Ian Russell. Yeah, see him. We only see each other at shows really, but every time I see him, we have a good old chat, good old laugh, and he's like the rest of us. We like take the rise out of each other, but walk away smiling.
I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask you who the nastiest man in fishing.
There isn't any. Not going to. No.
all anglers are lovely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So got a journey home now and all that lot.
Yeah.
So you get home, just reflect on.
Yeah, it took a lot. I mean, the last 4 mornings I've been up at 4:30 to get down here, and I'd still wanted to do it this morning, but I've not been going to bed till midnight either, where we've just been, last night Emily's birthday celebrations, and I thought we've got a long drive, I've got to be sensible, I can't have another 3 or 4 hours sleep just to catch one more carp. I'd love to. Yeah. But yeah, no, we're almost all packed away. I've managed to come out to do this. Sarah's packing the last of the suitcases, and in 5 or 6 hours we'll be back home.
Made some memories, mate?
Absolutely. Well, and it's one of them. The kids have all loved it so much, so I know we'll be coming back. That's the sign of a good holiday.
Brilliant. It's been a pleasure, mate.
Nice one.
Really good to see you.
Thanks, mate.
Take care. This is when I press record, isn't it?